This is our first ever episode of Everything But. I'm Lulu Goulds. Let's get the headlines with Lottie Morley.
Okay, we've got some good stuff coming up today. Sex poems Robert F. Kennedy Jr. wrote to a journalist 39 years younger than him have come to light. When is the right time to move on after cryogenically freezing your dead wife? Millions of Australian teenagers are about to be kicked off social media. And we've got another new word of the year, this time from the Oxford Dictionary. But before we move on and get into that, I need to ask you a really important question, Lou.
Okay.
Would you have my baby?
Oh, God.
It's a simple yes or no answer, I would say. No thought allowed. I feel like it's a no.
Well, maybe.
I mean, I would have yours.
Yeah, you probably would.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, this is the kind of person I am. But there would be some rules.
Okay.
Would you like to hear them?
Yeah, obviously.
So number one, you would have to let me name it.
Okay.
You'd get one veto. And, you know, I'm thinking like Tinkerbell, Sextus,
Okay.
that kind of vibe.
Okay,
How do
yeah,
you feel
yeah.
about that?
I already don't want this child.
I'm vetoing both of those. Number two, I'm allowed to drink and smoke.
Throughout the
I'm sorry, but I don't think that's unreasonable.
Wait, is this because of those two girls and one of them has?
Yes. Okay. Would you like some context? And we'll come back to the rules.
Yes, please.
So basically, Emma Barnett has a new podcast, and she did an interview with two girls who've been basically best friends since they were younger. Their dads were best friends. They'd grown up together. And one of them found out when she was 15 that she was born without a womb.
Okay.
And basically, when they were 15, the best friend said to her, "I will have a baby for you."
That is the most 15-year-old thing to say, though.
Yeah. No, of course it is. And I get that. And actually, I think a lot of 15-year-old girls would have said, "I would do that for you."
Yeah, I big time would have said that when I was 15.
Me too. Don't even know if I want to have kids myself. And I'm like, I would do that for you. I would do it. But basically, it turns out the woman that doesn't have a womb, she went on to become a midwife.
Okay.
So she was surrounded by mums, babies, birth,
nice,
etc.
yeah.
She was the midwife for her best friend's first baby,
Oh my, which wasn't her baby.
which wasn't her baby.
Okay.
And then the best friend actually kept her word and said, I stand by that and I will have your baby.
Okay, so they need to make a movie of this.
Yeah, honestly, I would watch that. And also, so the other really funny thing that I thought was, I almost didn't believe it when I read it. Basically, so the friend that said that she would have the baby, she said that on her first date with her now husband, who is the father of her child, she said to him, would it be a deal breaker if I had my best friend's baby? And he was like, ha ha ha, no.
That's insane.
No, I know.
I mean, yeah, I would be running for the fucking hills if someone on a first date says something like that to me.
I think it was a joke.
Yeah, I think it was a joke. I wouldn't take it seriously.
Yeah.
But also, like, there is part of me that feels bad for the husband having to live with a pregnant woman when it's like not his baby.
Yeah.
Because
I can't imagine that's fun.
No.
I can't imagine that's fun.
I mean, it must be a nightmare. I, for one, will be insufferable if I'm ever
The
pregnant.
worst pregnant woman ever.
Literally, I'll be like,
What do you mean?
I'll need like constant care and attention.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it might be tricky if you know that's not your child.
So if you were, I mean, maybe you could look at this way. If you said you were going to have my baby for me, you could put in place some of your own rules, and it would be like foot rub once an hour. I would buy all your food and make your dinners.
Yeah.
What else would you like?
Oh, that's a good
Personal
question.
trainer? I mean, I could learn. I could retrain.
I think a lot of mine would be food related.
Yeah.
And like, if I'm sad, you'd have to
Cheer me up,
Yeah,
Jester.
exactly. Yeah.
Like that.
Make me
Do
laugh.
a dance. Do a dance.
I also do think it would be very hard not to hold that over someone for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
And be like, haha, well, actually.
Do you remember that time I had your fucking baby?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really difficult.
It would be difficult. Although this girl does sound pretty special.
Well,
like the fact that she's up for doing that for her friend.
She's better than me.
She's better than the two of us, I would say. So if I were to be pregnant with your child, I have two more rules.
Oh my God. So you're not just drinking and smoking. And
drinking,
naming the baby.
smoking, and letting me name it.
Okay.
Number 3, I would announce the pregnancy with a flash mob, and
Okay.
you would have to dance in it. Because obviously I'd be pregnant. I know you can't. That's the fun.
I know
you can't dance, and that's why I want to see it.
Oh God.
It really is something special. What she's
I mean,
doing.
I guess it's good because it makes you really reflect, like, do I want children?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like properly making you consider these things.
Number 4, we have to wear matching outfits for the first year. Me, you, and the baby.
Okay, that's believable that you would want to do
Yeah.
that.
And,
So-
and you best believe it would be like fancy dress, piece of fruit, pirate, princess. It wouldn't be like, oh, cute little pink dresses. It would be like
Themed.
fully themed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with no.
You've got no womb here though, Lou, remember? You'd find another friend.
Yeah, I'd find another friend. I'd find another friend who's going to have my baby.
Fine.
Okay, can we get on to my story now?
Yes, okay. Okay, on to me now.
On to me.
What have you got for me?
So this is something I have been wanting to talk about for a very long time.
Okay.
I have been trying to force this upon you for actually like a year. You've not been taking the bait
Right.
at all. Finally, I have my opportunity. I have maybe spent 6 hours in the last few days down an internet hole researching this story. I've had to cut it back quite a lot. Considerably. You did see my notes and
I did.
you did text me saying, I'm concerned.
I'm worried. I'm hoping you're subbing these, right?
I was like in my dressing gown in the dark, like
In a frantic
Typing,
scroll
yeah.
hole into this one
and I was like,
specific
yeah,
story.
I'm not going to put it all
I'm
in.
not done. Don't look. That's why we can't have shared notes.
So this is RFK Jr.'s sex poems. So before I get to them, I am going to read them. I want to explain a little bit about who RFK Jr. is,
Okay.
who he reportedly wrote the sex poems for, and how they have ended up being published out in the world.
I've got a few questions already, but go on.
Yeah, okay. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is the son of Robert Kennedy, who was the brother of John F. Kennedy. So two very famous American politicians from the 60s who were both assassinated.
Yeah.
So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is a pretty high profile member of America's best known political dynasty. Like, he's famous, he's been famous for a long time. He's kind of been on the scene, he's a lawyer. He's an anti-vaccine activist and a conspiracy theorist. Big time on the both of those.
Excellent. Let's be clear.
He's currently serving as Trump's Health and Human Services Secretary. He's also married, which is important context for this story. But we're going to come back to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Let's put a little pin in him for now.
We'll come back.
The subject of the poetry, the muse, you could say, is a journalist called Olivia Nuzzi. Maybe Nazi. We've been discussing
Yes,
this.
unsure.
We're going to go with
Sounds
Nuzzi.
like Nuzzi, we
Yeah.
think.
She's currently 32 and she's the West Coast editor of Vanity Fair magazine. I have to say a note about her. The lore is so deep. There is so much to say about her. We are very much splashing around in the shallows of this story. If I were to really get into it, I could literally talk about this for about 4 hours. So I've had to cut a lot of this down. So just know there's lots about her that I'm not saying. That's really, really juicy.
And it's difficult for you to
It's really
do
hard
that.
for me.
Yeah.
This is
Hard for me to
difficult.
stay in the
It's
shallows
really
of
hard
such a
for me.
good story.
I want to dive right into the deep end. But what you need to know about Olivia is that she was a relatively high-profile journalist, like political reporter. She was a Washington correspondent for New York Magazine. She got that job when she was 24, which is crazy young.
Yeah,
She
wow.
she interviewed Donald Trump multiple times. She interviewed Stormy Daniels?
Stormy Daniels.
Stormy
Oh, is she the one that allegedly... Yeah. Okay, yeah.
also known as Stormy Daniels, when that whole scandal was kicking off. So it was like really, you know, she was in the mix, very much so. She was on CNN regularly giving political analysis. She was doing very well. She also, I'm going to give you like a couple of nuggets from her backstory with no context. She did try to be a pop star when she was 16 years old. I have found her music. She did publish it on MySpace. And she was also one time referred to as a slut bag by a female campaign manager on a campaign she had worked on.
That's
So
interesting.
that just gives you like a little flavor.
Yeah, right. The music at trying to become a musician at the age of 16 really gives me
Yeah.
kind
And it
of
was like,
everything I need.
she properly went for it. Like,
Yeah.
her parents were putting some money behind it.
Right.
It's not just like a teenager making music on MySpace.
like Rebecca Black.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, she could have been Rebecca
Which,
Black.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we all know how that turned out.
How would you feel about being referred to as a slut bag by a former boss?
A former boss
Yeah.
to my face or behind my back?
To reporters.
What?
Yeah.
I would be outraged.
I would fucking love it.
What?
Are you joking? I'd love. How funny would that be to be called a
Oh, it'd be
slut bag?
funny. No, I think if you called me a slut bag, I would laugh. If one of my, yeah, but the thing is, for me, an ex-boss, I'd be like, what are the grounds for the slut bag accusations?
Yeah, you've got to have been a fucking
A
slut bag.
She's a bit of a slut bag, to
I
be
mean,
fair.
as we'll get into. Okay, she was in a long-term relationship with a man called Ryan Lizza, who was Politico's chief Washington correspondent. That's a big deal in DC. Politico is big, across the world, but especially in Washington, it's a real kind of like institution. They were together for 9 years. They were engaged. He's 19 years older than her. I have been following her on Instagram for a while, so I kind of saw this picture perfect DC power couple. Like, they just seemed to both be really killing it. They were writing a book together about the 2020 election. And I was just like, God, can you imagine? We're also, Olivia and I,
Olivia and I.
my best friend.
Me and my best friend Olivia,
Yeah.
Liv, to her besties.
We're basically a similar age. And I would say she was kind of coming up as we were leaving our journalism kind of like.
This is where the interest.
Yeah, and I was like,
began.
fucking hell, I'm 24, sat in this like miserable dark newsroom, and she is
Fake newsroom.
fake newsroom, and she is 24 interviewing Donald Trump.
Yeah,
like,
that's
there's just
insane.
Yeah,
And
it's
it is
mad.
quite cool.
Yeah.
It's definitely cool.
So I followed along for this like picture perfect life, but I have news for you. Instagram can be deceiving.
Oh no.
I know. So
What got you?
I just
All of it,
I
the whole
bought.
thing.
Yeah, I was like, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
she's smart.
Successful,
Yeah.
smart,
Anyway.
ambitious.
The reality is that about a year ago, it came out that Olivia was having what she described as a non-physical affair with RFK Jr., the guy we were talking about earlier.
Interesting.
So he's 39 years older than her.
Wow.
He's in his early 70s. She's in her early 30s. She met him while she was profiling him for New York Magazine when he was running to be president in 2023. The affair, which was, again, she keeps calling it non-physical, involved sexting, nudes, and the poetry, which we're going to get onto.
Wow, okay.
So she was sort of working as a campaign advisor for him. There's been accusations that she was going out and doing like catch and kill tactics.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, for people that don't know, should we explain what that means?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So a catch and kill is when a journalist gets a source to sign an agreement to speak only to that reporter about that story, often with an exchange of money. So it's dodgy. It is dodgy.
It can be dodgy. Yeah.
And then they bury it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They kill that story. They catch it. They kill it.
Yeah.
They pay people off.
Yeah, exactly. And often the source will end up being incredibly frustrated because they have basically ended up trusting the journalist, and the journalist's like, we're going to tell this the right way, just sign this document, we'll give you some money.
Naughty, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they've signed themselves and their story into the bin, basically.
Yeah. Ronan Farrow has an amazing podcast about this. It's called the Catch and Kill podcast. It's mostly about Harvey Weinstein and how that he employed that tactic and got publications to do it for him.
Right.
But it's really great. I would definitely recommend that. But anyway, I digress. So back into Olivia's story.
Yeah.
So Ryan,
Non-sexual relationship.
non-sexual
she says.
affair, where she's helping him out on his campaign trail at this point. And they're also, writing sexualized messages to each other. So Ryan Lizza, her fiance, wrote about this, and he's basically said, this is not really a scandal about sex, but a scandal about journalistic ethics. And I would argue that it's definitely both.
Yeah.
It's not just
It
one.
sounds like a scandal about sex.
And what we're getting into today is the sex part,
Yeah.
not the journalistic ethics part.
light.
Yeah, exactly. I would say, give me half an opportunity and a glass of wine, and we can get into.
Come back to it. Yeah, exactly.
We're coming back to this.
We can dive in.
She's also bringing out a book next month, which I will be reading. So
fantastic.
yeah, exactly. So when the relationship broke down, Ryan basically says it's because he found out that she was having this affair. Again, guys, there's so much other context. She has previously also had another affair with someone else that she was profiling. Olivia then sued him. She tried to get a restraining order. She said he was blackmailing her.
Right.
She said that he was going through her devices and basically stealing her personal information. They'd been together for a long time and they lived together. They ended up both dropping their lawsuits, but they both were essentially fired, let go, or like dropped from their jobs after kind of a long period of like, we're reevaluating our relationship with this person.
Yeah.
So Olivia obviously has landed, she basically lay low for a year, now works at Vanity Fair. She's kind of landed on her feet. She's got a book coming out next month. She's doing a big press tour for it at the moment.
Yeah.
Ryan, on the other hand, now writes for Substack. Well, he has a Substack.
I was going to say, wait, when you say write for Substack,
Sorry.
you make it sound slightly more impressive than it is. Isn't it like teenage girly blog kind of vibes on Substack?
Literally teenage girly.
Anyone can start a Substack?
Anyone can start a Substack. He has started one.
Right.
He has so far written 3 pieces about Olivia.
Ooh.
Bearing in mind, he's 19 years older than her. So this man is in his 50s. He has 2 children. And he has so far written 3 pieces about Olivia. This is supposedly him getting out ahead of her book coming out next month.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. They are titled,
Oh, God.
Part 1, How I Found Out.
Oh,
Messy. I love that.
Giving teenage girly.
Part 2, She Did It Again.
Oops.
Part 3, Catch and Kill.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he's basically accusing her of being a bad
Right.
journalist. A slutbag and a bad journalist.
A slutbag, a bad journalist, and a cheat, and a liar.
I have to say, part 1 is not behind a paywall, and I have read it. He does reference Buddha
Oh.
quite early on in it. Just to give you a
Interesting.
sense of the kind of writing
Yeah.
we're talking about here. Part 2 is behind a paywall, and we're in a cost of living crisis.
Yeah, but you're
okay?
thinking about it.
Well, honestly, I'm just waiting for someone to read it aloud on TikTok, because they will at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we should support excellent independent journalism,
Sorry, middle-aged man in crisis, teenage girly Substack.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, sure.
Not where I want to.
Excellent journalism.
So in these kind of online pieces that he's written, he has exposed some details about Olivia and RFK Jr.'s relationship.
I was literally going to say, like, where the hell? When I saw about the sex poems, I was like, what?
Where
Where has this come from?
I still don't know how he found the sex poems, but as Olivia did say in her lawsuit,
Yeah.
he was going through her
accused him of
stuff.
Going through her stuff. It kind of makes sense. The only other thing I could think is that maybe when he discovered the affair and he saw the sexy poems, he took a photo. Do you know what I mean? Like he's looked in her phone or something?
Yeah,
Maybe?
maybe that's how he found
I
out.
mean, honestly, this is the most amazing way of this being published, though.
Oh,
from a jaded ex who is,
yeah. Scorned lover.
And he's waited for exactly the right time to release this.
Also, scorned lover who was previously a high profile and highly respected journalist.
Exactly.
Yeah, honestly, I can't get enough. I really can't get enough.
Somebody stop me.
So something, before I get on to the poems themselves, something you should know about RFK Jr. He has what he's described as a worm in his brain.
Right.
He says, a worm got into my brain and ate a portion of it and then died. So
Sorry,
that's him self-diagnosing.
This sounds familiar to me. Yeah.
So there's actually what doctors are calling, he's got spasmodic dysphonia, which is a neurological condition that affects your vocal cords. So when he speaks, he sounds like he's really struggling to get the words out. If you haven't heard him speak before, don't worry, because you're about to hear it.
Let me put this down. I'm scared.
Okay, so obviously I don't approve of like laughing at people who are having speech issues.
Oh, no.
I will say very specifically about this crazy man who has publicly
This crazy
said,
conspiracy theorist who's having a public affair.
who is anti-vax, by all accounts, like really quite a bad person, and who has publicly said that women who are pregnant should not take paracetamol because it will give their babies autism.
This is him. Yeah.
This is him. And also, I will say, it really adds to the poetry to hear it in his voice.
Oh my God.
So the poems that
I feel sick.
Ryan has published on his Substack that were supposedly written to his ex-fiancée by RFK Jr. go something like this. Your open mouth awaiting my harvest.
Oh no.
I have to reiterate, they still never had sex, but this is what's written. Drink from me, love.
Oh no, this is horrible.
I mean to squeeze your cheeks, to force open your mouth. I'll hold your nose as you look up at me to encourage you to swallow.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry, actually.
Don't spill a drop.
That is so disgusting. No, I'm sorry. I refuse to believe that they've not been sexual together when that is vulgar.
Yeah, exactly. It's vulgar. That's a really good word. to
It's
describe it.
vulgar.
It's vulgar.
Also, that voice. Wow.
Okay,
What
this
an
is
experience.
my. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sweating. Actually.
I'm also. I haven't even got to my favorite line yet.
Oh.
This is the last part, guys.
Oh, sorry,
It's ending
go on.
soon. It's ending soon. I'm actually going to say this to you. Hold my hand.
Oh my god, I am sweating.
I'm sweating too. But that just adds. You are my canyon. I mean to flow through you. I mean to subdue and tame you. My love.
That is so disgusting. Oh my, I'm having palpitations.
Okay, so you liked it?
Yeah, no, I'm scared. I'm afraid.
Okay, because it really seems to me like you
It
enjoyed
seems
that.
to me like you liked it.
Like you would buy his book of sex.
Sorry,
poems.
the river. I am the river. You are my canyon.
Yeah, yeah.
Wowzer.
I know.
That's actually kind of beautiful. If we weren't talking about a 70-year-old's
Man.
load.
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, I have to
You
reiterate.
brought it up.
Yeah, I
Don't
know,
look at
no.
me like I'm disgusting.
Ew, that's vulgar.
That's
and
actually
gross.
too far, Lottie.
I've
just done a 70-year-old man voice talking about sex poems, and you took it too far.
I just have to reiterate as well, he is married and his wife is bringing out a book next month also. So
this is Christmas sorted for you.
Yeah,
Christmas
literally.
presents sorted for you.
don't speak to me in
Okay.
December. I will be a river and flow through your canyon. So you better.
I feel sick.
What have you
I
got?
feel sick. Yeah, okay, so moving on to a slightly less disgusting but still quite disgusting story.
Okay.
It's about a man in China who has sparked a national moral debate.
International, surely. If we're talking about
Sorry, it basically, yeah, off the back of this, so China's gone mad about this story. And then, off the back of that...
And now we've got it.
And now we're going mad as well. So basically, this guy cryogenically froze his dead wife.
Say that 3 times really quickly.
Cryogenically froze his dead wife. Cryogenically froze his dead wife. Cryogenically froze his dead wife.
Okay, that's good.
I'm a
That's
professional.
very impressive. Yeah.
And then got a new girlfriend.
What?
Yeah. So I think cryogenically freezing yourself or others is obviously a contentious issue. Like,
Had she asked to be frozen?
right, okay, thank you for asking. No, so let me just explain what it is first, and then
Okay.
we can get into the details
Yeah.
of this bit. So being cryogenically frozen is basically when scientists freeze your body and then replace all the liquids in your body and replace it with like an antifreeze like substance. Yeah. And then they put you in a tank which is filled with liquid nitrogen to preserve you. And you can either have your entire body put in this tank or you can just have your head. And the argument is that some scientists believe that everything you need to be brought back to life is in your head. Like the rest of you can just be like put on a bot or something.
Okay.
You can have like a robot body.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Have you watched The Simpsons before?
Yeah,
You've seen the little heads in jars.
Yeah.
It's that kind of, like, that is... And the idea is that we don't have the science right now to bring somebody back from the dead, but it's kind of like... It's kind of possible. Like they know that it is kind of possible.
It's on the horizon.
Exactly, but they
scientifically.
just haven't
Okay.
found out how to do it yet.
So when did she die?
She died in 2017 from
Oh.
lung cancer.
Okay, so
So she was not old. She
Okay.
was, midlife.
how old? Yeah, how old was she? Okay.
I find out. I don't know. 30s,
Irrelevant.
40s, irrelevant. Next question. Yeah, basically, so she had lung cancer. She died
Okay.
in 2017. He then signed a 30-year contract with this company who said, we will freeze your wife for 30 years. So he
Okay.
didn't pay for it. Usually it
Oh,
costs...
what?
Yeah.
Why didn't he pay for it?
Because it was like scientific research.
So they're
And she's the first person to be cryogenically frozen
So
in China.
they are keeping her body
Yeah.
basically. It's not really him.
No.
It's more like
I
he's
think
handed
he
her
agreed to
over.
it. I don't think she had anything to do with it. And that's why there is like moral ambiguity. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you can say cryogenic, but you
Ambiguity.
can't say
It's morally ambiguous.
okay.
Yeah. So it costs around 150k to freeze your whole body and 60k just for your head. That's manageable. I could do that.
If I died and then like my life, I don't know if I have life insurance, whatever.
Yeah.
whatever
Pay
payout.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
Put it in your will.
Yeah.
Do you want me to see to it if I'm still alive?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Save my head.
Head or whole body?
I don't care about the rest of me.
I want
to
a
be
bot
honest.
body.
Yeah, I was going to say, give me a way better body when I come back.
Chop it off. So basically, the reason that this is causing like a stir right now is because he recently did an interview where he said, "Oh yeah, no, I got a new girlfriend back in 2020." In 2020, and people have only just found out about this now.
Okay, so the wife's not like kept in his house, is she?
No, my God, no. She's
Okay.
in a scientific like research center.
So she's in a big tank somewhere dead.
Yeah.
And he's got a new girlfriend.
Yes. And so, right. Initial thoughts?
Initial thoughts, like, sort of fair enough.
Oh.
She's in a tank.
Oh,
And
see,
she's
I'm
dead.
like, feels a bit yucky. Feels like you made, not to yuck other people's yums, but it feels a bit like, I don't know. I feel like you've frozen her being like, oh, my undying love, you know, like, I'll be there, you know, forever. I will pine after you.
Yeah.
And then being like, actually, changed my mind.
Okay, so I guess the question would be if in the next 2 or 3 years, the technology develops to the point where they can bring her back to life.
Exactly.
Who's he picking? The
Exactly.
wife or
No,
the-
can you imagine waking up and being like,
and looking fucking incredible.
yeah, you've got the sexiest
I've got the body of
robot body you've ever seen.
Emrata stitched.
Yeah,
onto
I'm like,
me.
take a little bit more off the waist. A little bit more off the waist.
Just add a little bit up
more
here.
on the waist.
Just a bit more up here. A little bit less down there. Okay, yeah. I've got like Emrata's body. I mean, my face fine.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
ideal,
yeah.
but like
Pop a wig
whatever.
on
We can
me.
make it work.
Yeah,
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 exactly.
And you find out that your husband has saved your life, popped you in a cryo
Tank.
chamber, in
Yeah.
a tank, has brought you back to life. You're looking into his eyes, and then you look over in the corner, and there's a sort of sexy 27-year-old Chinese woman sitting there, and she goes, "How's it going, honey?" To your husband. What are you thinking?
Kill her, put her in the tank.
Yeah, right. Just a direct swap.
Yeah, direct swap.
Yeah,
Get out of here, sweetie.
yeah. And once I die, you can have her back.
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing?
I think I'd just say, put me back in. Put me back in.
What? And like wait until
Just
the
freeze me
husband's
again
dead?
until he's dead, and I'll start fresh. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, that's actually quite a good
I want a fresh start.
Okay, yeah.
I don't care that you know what? You betrayed me.
Yeah,
That's-
okay.
You betrayed me. That's what I would say.
Okay, that's actually quite a good system.
Right, what's next?
From China to Australia, we're going.
Okay.
So not very far.
Worldwide?
Yeah.
Worldwide?
Worldwide. Okay, so did you know Australia's banning social media for teenagers?
Yeah, this has been in the pipelines for a while, hasn't it?
When I say teenagers, I mean under 16s.
Yes, yeah, because basically I think have we been basing a lot of our stuff around what Australia does?
But we haven't
What-
banned it yet, have we?
No, but we've been thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they have actually done it.
Yeah. Wow.
And
Okay,
the first
fully.
like processes for that are going to come in this week. So Meta have basically, let me find my notes.
Under 16s, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Meta will begin closing teen accounts from the 4th of December.
So wait, in the UK, you have to be above 13.
Yeah, but I think
But, like, kids-
everywhere.
but
I
kids
think
find
I
ways
also
around
about
it.
to say I think everywhere you have to be above 13.
Right.
But they just don't. And also, so if you were 13 and you had an Instagram account, it will be shut down now and you can reopen it when you're 16.
Wow.
So they are in schools.
So they'll
telling
save it?
kids,
Ooh.
No.
Oh, no,
They're
you'll start fresh.
They're telling kids download everything if you want to keep your pictures,
Wow.
if you want to keep your stories, if you want to keep anything.
Yeah.
Like you have to download everything because once your account's deleted, you won't be able to get it back.
Wow.
That
That feels quite big.
It does.
Yeah.
So the platforms banned included
Mm.
are going to be Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Threads,
Mm.
TikTok, X, YouTube, Reddit. And
YouTube.
yeah, but not YouTube Kids.
Oh, I was going to say, surely YouTube is like, I don't know whether I'm being naive here, but I thought YouTube was like quite a safe place. Or you can make it safe.
No, that's where the kids get radicalized. Is on YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah, big time.
Is there like a messaging function?
No, that's just they're just watching crazy videos.
Oh, I see.
Violent videos,
But like,
aggressive
where,
videos.
like, oh, I'm a bit, I feel like, yeah, go on. I feel like I can see on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, there's like you could be groomed on there. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's not really about grooming.
it's not about grooming.
It's
It's about social, like the impact of social media.
It's about like anxiety. It's about kids not knowing how to like socialize properly. I mean, I'm sure grooming is a factor.
Right. I was
but
thinking like
that's
child
not-
safety rather than the effect of socials.
Well, they're
Yeah.
calling that child safety.
oh,
they're
I
saying-
suppose it all kind of comes under the same thing. doesn't it?
Yeah.
Their mental health and well-being.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I would say is, I think this is great because it gives Australian teenagers the chance to be ugly and embarrassing in private, which
Ooh, the
I
way that
think
we had. Well, sort of.
no, we did in a different way. Facebook was so different because it was public, but also like you would only really have your friends on there.
Right.
It was
What
not
about Bebo?
again.
Bebo was the first thing that I had that was like a proper social media platform, and I was probably, I would say, year 9.
You didn't have that in your phone, in your
Yeah.
pocket with you all day.
That's so true.
You weren't posting on that in the like way that teenagers, well,
Yeah, it's
basically,
different.
let's say tweens, because it's actually really that they're banning tweens from it. Like, so if you're 16 to 18, you're still a teenager and you will be allowed to have
Yeah.
social media, but it's more tweens that they're banning from it. And I just think when you are 14, you need to be able to be ugly,
Yeah.
embarrassing,
Weird.
go drink cider in a field with your
Mm-hmm.
friends,
100%.
lie to your mum about where you are. Like, it's just a rite of passage.
Yeah.
And I think if you're constantly posting and like spending this time on social media, I just don't think you have the same freedom to be ugly. And I actually think that's a really important rite of
You
passage.
don't develop in the same way.
Yeah.
I actually think that no, I completely agree with you actually, because I feel like being weird and ugly and strange when you're in your teens and then sort of flourishing into a beautiful, like the two of us,
Yeah. Of course.
stunning, gorgeous, talented, funny, amazing
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
I think the reason that is because we had those ugly years.
Yeah, but you need it's ugly, but it's also embarrassing. Like,
Yeah.
you need to be able to wear an outfit when you're like, I think this is maybe the best outfit I've ever seen. And then you leave your house, you get to the party and you're like, why the fuck am I wearing purple leg warmers? Like, this is good for teenagers, even though it's going to be stressful for their social lives, even though it will cause a readjustment. And even though I'm sure there will be kids who are already lonely, who this might exacerbate that issue for them. I'm not saying it's perfect policy. I more think that it will give them, the opportunity to be ugly.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I do wonder though whether it's too far gone now. Because I love those videos where it's like me as a 14-year-old and it's like me being an absolute like freak,
Yeah.
like looking so ugly,
Yeah.
singing some weird song that I
videos
think is
Avril
really
Lavigne
cool.
Girlfriends.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Yeah, I made a music video for that in my bedroom.
I swear I was like 25 when that came out.
Yeah, you might have been.
Yeah, wow.
You're way older than me.
Wowza. And then it's like teenagers today and it's like they're dancing and they're like,
Yeah. I would just
but it's really good.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
look great. They look like 20-year-olds.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, how are you 13?
Yeah.
They've got like full makeup on, like they look gorgeous.
I'm just really curious to see how this is going to go, because another thing that teenagers will do is they are going to find a way to get around this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And also they are going to outsmart like people who are
Mm.
like, who do not understand. Do you remember when the CEO of TikTok got hauled in front of Congress
yes.
and had to start talking to American congressmen about how TikTok worked? And there was that congressman who was like, can TikTok get on my Wi-Fi? And it was like,
It's like, oh, sweet.
and it was like, yes,
you
if you're
mean?
connected to the Wi-Fi, TikTok will use your Wi-Fi. And he was basically kept saying, oh yeah, it was absolutely
get on my Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Doesn't make
What
sense.
he was trying to ask is, can China infiltrate
Yes.
your home Wi-Fi network?
using the app
But
TikTok.
he
Yeah.
was absolutely butchering the way he was asking the question. He also, the CEO of TikTok, like, is from Singapore, and he kept asking him where in China he was from, whether he
I
was from the
remember
Chinese
this.
Communist Party, and the guy kept being like, I
I'm
must
not
reiterate,
Chinese.
I'm Singaporean. And it's so
ignorant.
I don't know that I trust that generation to be the type of people who are going to legislate successfully
Yeah.
around keeping teenagers off of social media. I think they're going to be absolutely bloodthirsty to get on there and stay
Yeah.
on there if they've already got an account.
Also, I just think once you've had a taste, it's hard to go back.
Yeah.
Like, I think why it worked so well for us was because I didn't really go on social media until I was about 15, like properly. And actually, I'm so thankful now looking back that I'm like, I had those weird, ugly, free
Yeah.
years. And then I developed an understanding of social media. And
then I got hot.
And then I was super fit. So,
I'm just looking forward to finding out what crazy things Australian tweens are doing to get onto Snapchat, because I bet there's going to be some bonkers stuff that comes out.
My turn.
Okay, yeah.
So, one of my favorite stories that comes around a few times a year.
You do love this.
I do. It's word of the year. Insert applause here. Basically, it's when the major dictionaries, that's why I say a few times a year, the major dictionaries pick a word or a phrase that captures something important that's happened that year. So, and usually that's like a social mood, a trend, a cultural shift.
Yeah.
So we had some COVID related ones in 2020.
Boring.
One of them was like Vax, blah, blah, blah. Last year it was Brat.
Okay.
So you get it, that kind of vibe. And they measure it by looking at things like the frequency of use online and then spikes in people searching for it online as well. Things like that. So Cambridge, so a few weeks ago, we've basically had Cambridge, Collins and dictionary.com in the last like few weeks. So I thought I would wrap them all up and do them in one.
Okay, give me the words.
Okay, so Cambridge Dictionary chose parasocial. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me
How
and
you
Olivia
feel
Nuzzi.
about Olivia Nuzzi.
No, she also feels that about me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's
It's
where the parasocial bit comes in. You're insane.
Okay.
But the example that they used was people feeling like genuinely over the moon when Taylor Swift got engaged.
Oh, that's nice.
No, it is nice. It is nice. So I think there's like varying levels of like, this can be quite sweet and quite innocent and, you know, oh, I feel like Taylor Swift is my friend.
I would say that's fandom.
Yeah.
It's not just
No, but it
parasocial.
is. Yes, I think there are levels, aren't there?
Yeah.
But I do think that is a parasocial relationship, feeling like an excitement that you would feel for a friend for somebody that you've never met, like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah,
understand, but I do think the fandom thing, I think there's a big parasocial, like the Swifties, I think that is all comes under this kind of parasocial relationship.
Yeah, that's
vibe.
pretty true.
Yeah. But also it can be quite a negative thing as well, because if you, like, for example, you're online, you're on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and your favorite influencer posts something that you don't agree with, or somebody that you've, like, for example, I mean, I hate to keep coming back to Olivia Nuzzi, but you followed her for a long time, years and years and years, and she posts something weird that you don't like. So having a parasocial relationship would mean that you would feel entitled to call her out like you would a family member or a friend.
Well, when I found out about RFK Jr., I said to Olivia,
You messaged her. I went on Instagram. I
was like,
I went into her
Olivia,
DMs.
you've really let me down.
I can't believe you've done this, Olivia.
How
We
can you
spoke about this.
Ryan. Think about Ryan. Think about the kids.
I'm going to speak to Ryan on the phone right now. Okay.
Ryan's devastated.
So yeah, there are cute bits and there are stuff that's a bit more insidious.
Yeah. I can really see that. That's a good word, actually.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
And I think there were a couple of other examples. I can't remember what they were right now, which is
Great story.
really helpful. Yeah,
love
excellent. Chop that out. So the next one, dictionary.com.
Okay, yeah.
And I think,
American.
yeah, I think you know what this is.
Okay.
6'7".
Ugh.
So this is arguably the weirdest one because it kind of doesn't really have a definition.
Yeah, and also, like, I think it's stupid if you've got kids.
Of course you do. You're 35.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. She's not 35 for the
I'm
record.
31.
And a half.
And 1 month.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Not even.
I'm just jealous.
I would say I'm just like bored of the 6-7 thing. Kids always doing dumb shit like this. Like,
Yeah.
we had it when our generation had words that our parents didn't know what they meant. Like emojis, when they first started coming in, we were using them in a way that our parents didn't understand. This is just like normal processes. But
Yeah.
the like kind of furore around 6-7, I'm like, who cares? The kids are saying it. I also like, I just don't find it that interesting. I'm like,
It sounds a little bit like something an old person would say. Do you know what? I hate it. Children always do this. And also, I just think it's boring. So if we could, next word. Calm the fuck down, okay? Number one, calm down.
What does 6-7 mean then?
No, that's the whole point. It doesn't really have a meaning. It's used basically by Gen Alpha to kind of goad older generations into being like,
Well,
you don't know what that means.
but that's exactly what I mean.
Which I
where
think
I'm
is
like,
actually, it's kind of funny if you don't take things too seriously.
I would say that's what I mean. I'm like, don't get.
I don't get
yourself-
it, and I don't like it.
No, I'm
okay?
more like-
Are you listening, tweens? I don't like it. It's not funny. You're not big. You're not funny.
No, I more mean like, don't let yourself be goaded by the teens. Let
Yeah.
them say it.
Yeah.
That's funny. Of course they're making up words that we don't know what it means. Every generation has always done that. I actually think that's the part that
quite
I'm absolutely
normal.
fine with.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but it's the fact that everyone's like 6, 7.
What does
it mean? I'm like, let them do what they want.
Do you know what I actually thought was quite funny, which was in the news the other day, that Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, was basically at a school doing like a, show around, saying hello, whatever. And he was being filmed, this classic like Prime Minister in a classroom, like mingling with the children. I'm so normal. And he was sat next to... The second Prime Minister of the town.
You just like going back like...
Exactly.
Sorry.
The plane has hit the second tower. The plane has hit the Pentagon.
Okay, no, anyway, back to Keir Starmer in the
So
classroom.
basically, he's in this classroom. I would say these kids are... I mean, I'm not a fucking expert, but 7?
Children. Okay,
Children.
yeah.
7-ish?
Yeah.
So like year 3, year 4, something like that. And basically he sat there and he's like looking at the thing and they're drawing together or whatever. And the kid goes, the kid mentions 6, 7 and looks at Keir. And he goes,
Keir.
Me and Keir. Sir Keir. Sir Keir. And Keir does the dance. It comes with a dance. I don't know what it is. It's something like this.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's got like teens.
He does. I don't think he's learnt this. I don't think he's learnt this from his children because I think they're too old for this.
No, I think a lot of like, if you're like under 18, you're seeing this.
Basically, he responded really quickly, and it was, like all of those like really fake Prime Minister setup things.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm a human. Let me speak to the child.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will be normal. It wasn't like that. It actually genuinely felt quite normal. Like
okay.
it felt like.
Wow.
It was
Crazy for him.
I was like, wow. No, it's like the most human thing I've ever seen. Yeah. And basically, the funny bit was, and all the kids went mad for it. They were like, 6, 7, ha ha. Like they were loving it.
He's just
the whole
secured
class.
a room full
No,
of
no,
votes.
seriously, a room full of
10 years.
voters. The youth vote. That's why he's there. And basically, on the way out, and he's still being filmed, obviously at every point here. And the teacher goes, yeah, we've actually had to ban 6, 7 in the classroom because they haven't been able to stop saying it. And he was like, oh no, sorry. And all of them were going, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. And it was just really like he was like, oh God, sorry. I mean, the teacher was laughing.
Yeah.
But like, it was just like one of those where you're like, oh
Also,
God.
like, surely the rules of the classroom change when the Prime Minister's there.
Surely, I would say so. I remember yo-yos being banned when I was like year 6.
Oh, for us it was
snapping
Beyblades.
rulers. Oh, Beyblades.
Yeah. But they're back. My godson loves Beyblades.
Really?
Yeah, and I kept being like, "Ooh," every time he was.
Those
letting
are
them off.
banned.
I was like,
Those are banned.
They're quite scary though.
Are they?
Yeah. Okay, tell me some more words.
So the winner this year, Rage Bait.
Yeah, that's
You know
a
what
good
this
one.
is, don't you?
Yeah. Big
So
fan.
basically, it's a term referring to like online content which is created deliberately to get people to engage with it angrily, and usually it's to sort of drive clicks, engagement, comments.
Yeah.
People sharing it, being like, "This can't." So I've seen some really great stuff about this, like where people are like, it looks seemingly like a really innocent sort of, cooking video, or like somebody's making a cake, and she'll be like, "The egg. Now you add the eggs into your bowl," and she's like saying she's purposefully saying, "And the chocolate goes into the bowl." And you're like, I know that, like, it's so purposeful that she's doing it to piss people off.
To being irritated.
And people are going, that's not how you say egg. Like, does she know that? Does she know chocolate? Like,
Okay.
I mean, I'm maybe not describing that too well, but you know what I mean? Like, she's doing stuff that is obviously wrong in order for people to comment and be like, you know that it's said like this, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's very meaningless. And it's actually, I don't really see the point of it. It's very much just like, so people make money and stuff.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
And
If I knew how to rage bait, I probably would do it.
Would you?
Yeah.
We can try it.
Yeah. Let's rage bait.
We'll give it a go.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, next one. I know you know this one.
Okay.
It's chuggy.
Yeah, I know this one.
I'd like to hear your definition of chuggy.
Lottie Morley.
Okay. I mean, I can laugh now.
Yeah.
But when the closest Lou and I have ever got to actually having a fight,
I would say I wasn't close. The closest you've ever got to fighting me.
to physically assaulting you. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, kind of. We were on holiday, and usually I would say I'm a protector of the vibe. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bring everyone. I'm trying not to bring everyone down because I'm not in a good mood. Could not control myself.
I mentioned
I was ready to bring down the whole holiday.
this was, by the way, in what, 2020?
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's probably when the word was like first coming out. I thought it was really funny because I was also exhibiting a lot of like chuggy traits. And
This is not how you sold it to me, though. You were like, you are a chug, you're a chug. And I was like, what does that mean? And then you explained it.
you got very upset.
Go on, tell me what you told me a chug was.
Well, I just said it's like an overly earnest, like girl boss millennial. I can't remember exactly how I said it, but there was something to do with, and Lot was like, what? And I was like, you know, when you're describing something to someone and you can just see the like light going out of their eyes and the flames of rage being lit within. And I was like, oh no, this was supposed to be funny and fun.
Of course it was supposed to be funny.
And I was like, oh no, I'm now realizing that I'm upset you. But also like my instinct was to be like, but I'm not going to stop.
no, I'm going to explain to you exactly why you're chug. I was literally like, I do not identify as a chug.
Basically, yeah, and Lot kept telling me she didn't identify as a chug like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, sweetie, it's not about self-identification at this point. Actually, it's me telling
I
you.
label you
Yeah,
a
exactly.
chug. I label you a chug.
And Lottie got really upset until I was like giving examples of things. And I was basically like,
I was like, no, prove it. No, prove it. No,
And-
explain to me. Explain to me.
and I was like, it's like having like slogan mugs. At which point the fire in her eyes sort of
I was like
banked,
this.
and she's suddenly like, okay, she has maybe 7 mugs that all say like, you go girl, you got this.
I do have one that says you got this.
Yeah.
I'm sure. No, the worst one. And I can see now. I can see this now. But at the time, it was like, you know, a cute little mug. Boss babe.
Yeah, exactly.
I
also
know that.
said-
I feel sick admitting that.
And-
That's a deep dark secret for
It
me.
was also, I was like, it's something to do with like slogan tees.
Oh.
I cannot remember exactly what it was, but
I can.
basically Lottie was wearing like a zip up and I was like, unzip your
Unzip.
jumper. And she was like, no.
No. Why?
And I was like, unzip it. And she unzipped it and she was wearing like basically the exact slogan tee that I was describing.
I think
Anyway.
it said, pardon my French. I can see it now. But
Anyway,
at the time, it felt like my actual
clearly
personality
wasn't
was being like
describing
ripped
it
apart.
well because I would say like we're both millennial women. We both exhibit like traits from that
Of
like
course.
massively.
You
I
love
mean,
UGG boots, for
I-
example.
I wear them
You have a
all
side
the
part.
time. Yeah,
do you want me
literally.
to carry on? Because I'll do it.
Exactly.
Because I'll fucking do it.
But the thing is, I don't find it upsetting.
Yeah. Because you're better than me.
No, I just think it's anyway. Yeah, love chugginess.
Yeah, well, that made the list. It wasn't the chosen one, but it made the
Okay,
short
it should have
list.
made the list.
And I have one more.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
It's my favourite slur. Clanker.
Slutbag. Oh, sorry.
No, not slutbag. It's clanker.
Okay, you do love.
I love me a clanker. Basically, it came from Star Wars in 2005, but it's come back around since the rise of AI. And it's basically a derogatory term for a robot.
Yeah, okay.
So when AI gives you fake news or it doesn't know what you're talking about or it's like not speaking English, do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't make
It's
sense.
not speaking English.
No, I don't mean it like that. I mean like it's not speaking
foreign
when a stupid AI fucking clanker
and it speaks another language in this country.
No,
Speak
no,
English.
when it doesn't make sense. Okay,
Okay.
let's go with that. It doesn't make sense. Or like when those, you know, I love those videos of like the humanoid bots falling over.
You really do.
I love it.
Yeah, you send me those all
Often.
the time. Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what it started with? There was don't ask me how I got here, but I found this video, and it might actually be AI itself, the video. But I found this
You wouldn't know.
robot. I wouldn't know, honestly. I found this robot, and it was like grinding on a pole, and I was like, "Wow, girl got moves!" Like it was genuinely.
You were like, that's the body I,
I was
want
like-
when they've cryogenically
Yeah.
frozen my head.
this one, please. And the thing was, it was a GIF, so it wasn't a video, and it was just going. Over and over again. And I've never seen anything move like that. I was fascinated. I watched it for 5 minutes straight.
Chuggy loves a gif. Loves a gif.
Oh, you love a GIF. Don't fucking start. So I basically went down the clanker hole
Okay.
and I found some. Don't love that. I went down.
The clanker was my canyon. I was the river. I flowed
I went
through.
down the clanker's hole and I found some other derogatory words for clanker.
Okay.
Some of them. Okay, so tin skin
Okay.
feels. It doesn't feel nice.
No, that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good.
Rust bucket.
Rust bucket. That feels misogynistic to me.
Honestly, it feels
And it
wrong.
shouldn't because it's about a robot.
Rust bucket. Ooh, you fucking rust bucket. It feels quite nice to say though. Wireback.
Ooh.
No, I don't like that.
Do you know what? I don't like any
Again,
of this.
no. Do you know what? Weirdly, even though they're kind of, you know, they don't actually really mean anything, they all feel a bit dirty. Rattler.
Rattler. And that's like a bad...
It's a derogatory term for clanker. Or robot, sorry. When they're listening back to this in 50 years, I'm so sorry. I'd like to apologise
You're
formally
gonna
to
get
the clanker
cancelled.
community. I'm going to get cancelled. Clankered. But yeah,
No, those are all horrible. I don't like those.
I think I'm going to stick with clanker for now.
Yeah. Clanker is good. It could mean a range of things as well.
Exactly.
I feel like rust bucket just does have...
It's the bucketness of it all.
Yeah.
It feels a bit... It's
dirty.
misogynistic.
Yeah, there's something about that.
It hates women.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Whoever made that up hates women.
Yeah, it really
No,
does.
I don't make the rules.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's very true. Okay, our time is up.
Yeah.
That's it for now. Please like and subscribe wherever you're listening to this. It would really, really help us out.
You can follow us on socials. It's at Everything But with 3 T's. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Again!
Do it
From the top,
again.
you dumb
Better.
bitch, you dumb clanker. Stupid rust bucket.
Okay, that's it for now. Please like and subscribe wherever you're listening to
Again
this.
and less weird.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening.